Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we dive into one of the most mysterious and controversial figures in modern history, Vladimir Putin, the man who has ruled Russia for over 2 decades and built what many believe to be one of the largest hidden fortunes in the world. While official records list him as a public servant earning a modest salary, insiders, journalists, and intelligence agencies have long claimed that Putin controls a secret financial empire worth well over $1 trillion. So, how did one man, starting as a low-level KGB officer in Soviet-era Leningrad, become one of the richest and most powerful individuals on Earth? Let's unravel the hidden story behind the trillionaire life of Vladimir Putin, a tale of power, luxury, secrecy, and unimaginable wealth. From KGB agent to Kremlin king, Putin's rise to power was not through wealth, but through strategy and loyalty. In the 1980s, he worked as an intelligence officer for the KGB, stationed in East Germany. He learned the dark arts of surveillance, influence, and control skills that would later define his political rule. After the Soviet Union collapsed, Putin returned to Russia, joining the chaotic world of post-Soviet politics. By the late 1990s, Russia was in turmoil. Billionaires known as oligarchs controlled industries and media, and the country's leadership was weak. Then came Putin, quiet, disciplined, and ruthless. Appointed prime minister in 1999, he quickly became acting president when Boris Yeltsin resigned. From that moment on, Putin began reshaping Russia not just into a nation, but into his personal power empire. The hidden wealth. Officially, Vladimir Putin's annual income is less than $150,000, with an apartment, a few cars, and a small plot of land listed on public records. But investigations tell a different story. Experts from the CIA, Panama Papers leaks, and opposition leaders claim that Putin secretly controls vast assets hidden behind layers of offshore companies, loyal businessmen, and government-controlled corporations. According to multiple sources, Putin's hidden net worth could range anywhere from $200 billion to over $1 trillion, depending on how much of Russia's state wealth he personally commands. His fortune is allegedly tied to stakes in Gazprom, Rosneft, and Gunvor, some of the most powerful energy companies on the planet. These companies are nominally run by close friends, but many analysts believe they serve as fronts managing wealth and assets on Putin's behalf. Each loyal ally acts as a wallet, holding palaces, yachts, and private accounts that can never be traced directly to him. The palaces of power. Perhaps the most famous symbol of Putin's secret wealth is the $1.4 billion Putin Palace, on the Black Sea coast near Gelendzhik. Leaked photos and drone footage revealed a sprawling Italian-style mansion with private theaters, underground ice rinks, vineyards, and even a personal church. The estate stretches over 17,000 square meters, larger than Buckingham Palace, with gold-trimmed interiors and secret tunnels leading to the sea. Officially, Putin denies ownership. But the palace's construction and maintenance were reportedly funded by state companies and businessmen connected to the Kremlin. Insiders call it Russia's Forbidden Palace, a place so heavily guarded that even aerial photography was banned for years. Beyond Gelendzhik, Putin is rumored to own or control dozens of other lavish properties, including mountain villas in Sochi, hunting lodges in Siberia, and luxury apartments in Moscow's elite districts. Some reports even claim he maintains a secret mansion in Switzerland and a coastal villa in Spain under different names and trusts. The jet-set life. Despite his public image as a patriotic leader, Putin's private travel lifestyle mirrors that of a billionaire oligarch. He reportedly has access to a fleet of 43 aircraft and 15 helicopters, each customized to his personal taste. His main jet, the Ilyushin Il-96-300Pu, is a flying palace worth over $500 million, featuring gold-plated interiors, luxury bedrooms, and gym. Putin's helicopters, often painted in elegant shades of gray and blue, are used for short trips across Moscow and the Russian countryside. His personal limousines are custom-built armored vehicles, designed to survive bomb blasts, chemical attacks, and even missile strikes, a level of security that few leaders on Earth possess. And when it comes to sea travel, few can compete with Putin's rumored yacht collection. The Graceful, a 270-foot super yacht worth around $100 million, is one of his most famous toys. It includes a swimming pool that converts into a dance floor, a helipad, and marble suites fit for royalty. Other yachts linked to him include the Olympia, Scheherazade, and Kosatka, all registered under shell companies tied to his inner circle. The watch collection of a trillionaire. In 2012, Putin was spotted wearing a Patek Philippe perpetual calendar watch worth more than his entire official annual salary. Over the years, he's been seen with luxury timepieces from A. Lang & Son, Blancpain, Breguet, and Patek Philippe, collectively valued at over $700,000. What's most interesting is how casually he wears them, sometimes gifting one to a factory worker or throwing another into wet concrete at a construction site as a good luck gesture. To Putin, these watches aren't symbols of wealth. They're symbols of dominance, quiet proof that money flows through his hands effortlessly. Power is the ultimate currency. But perhaps the greatest luxury Putin enjoys isn't material wealth, it's absolute power. He has ruled Russia for more than 20 years, either as president or prime minister, and reshaped its political system to keep himself in control indefinitely. The Russian constitution was even amended to allow him to stay in power until 2036. Putin controls every lever of the Russian state: the military, media, intelligence, and the economy. His inner circle, billionaires, generals, and politicians, owe their wealth and influence to him personally. Loyalty is rewarded, betrayal is punished. This iron grip on Russia's power structure ensures that no money moves without his blessing. That kind of control over a country with the world's largest natural resources is the real source of his trillion-dollar influence. Oil, gas, gold, diamonds, and weapons exports all flow through state-run corporations under his command. The legacy of a hidden trillionaire. So, is Vladimir Putin truly the world's first trillionaire? That depends on how you define wealth. If you measure it in gold bars, yachts, and private jets, maybe not. But if you measure it in control over nations, corporations, and global influence, then yes, Putin might just be the richest man alive. He commands not just money but loyalty. His empire spans oil fields, palaces, military arsenals, and media networks, a fortune no bank could ever hold. Whether loved or hated, one thing is undeniable. Putin has built a dynasty of wealth and power that may outlast him for generations. And that's the story of the trillionaire life of Vladimir Putin, a man whose power goes beyond politics, whose fortune is hidden in plain sight, and whose influence shapes the world every single day. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the secret world of billionaires and global power, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we have more shocking stories coming your way soon. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and remember, in the world of wealth and power, nothing is ever as it seems.